It's Monday. We got time. Let's play some Poke Doku. I do have to tell you, an act of synchronicity. So I tweeted today, oh, you're in the path of totality? Oh, you mean the dessert table at the buffet when your mom walks in? It's the Eclipse today, in case you're watching this a few days later. Literally, like 10 minutes after I tweeted that, the backlight on my monitor blew the fuck out. And there's like a huge dark shadow on my monitor. Like it was actually like a sign from above. So I had to swap the monitor out with the monitor that I basically was not using. And it's so not used. It's so bright, dude. It's like when you first got the Game Boy Advance SP after just using the Game Boy Advance. It's freaking me out. I'm not used to looking so clear over here. It's like a permanent flashbang. So true. Kids these days will not understand the nausea and headaches caused by trying to use a Game Boy pre-backlight. You're sitting in the back seat of your grandpa's like Ford Windstar and waiting until the sun peeks out from the clouds so you get 3 seconds of clear vision on the screen. Or God forbid you're playing Pokemon pinball like at night and then trying to use the flippers when the street lights are coming by. No wonder I was getting car sick nonstop, bro. Then some dude at Nintendo said, what if we just put a light in there? And they'll, oh, Drake and Lil Yachty. Oh, yeah, oh. I never thought of that. I did, Jay. I did see the sun somehow poking through the roof at the Canadian Tire Center in Ottawa and blinding the goalie. Senators are a funny franchise. I don't have any disrespect for them. It's just funny. Like, that's not an open stadium, man. That has a roof. That was in Washington? All right, never mind. Sorry. My mistake. Still a funny franchise, regardless. Anyway, let's get started here. Oh, no. Okay. Sinnoh. Gold and silver, right? Nope. Diamond, pearl. Okay, how about Hoenn? Hoenn is ruby, sapphire. Yes, okay. That doesn't help me too much. Wait, no, it does, because sapphire is Kyogre. Get smoked, kid. Now, water Sinnoh, that's tough. Water dual type, that's easy. You ever hear of a Gyarados? Evolved by friendship. Not possible. That's not possible. Can learn flamethrower. Charizard. Wow, would you look at that? And they said you can't teach an old dog new tricks. So Sinnoh, water type. It's not Squirtle, which means it's one of Totodile, Piplup, or Mudkip. I'm going to say this lad is Mudkip. We don't get to play him too much. I'm going to say this lad is Piplup, because Totodile, I think, is Gen 2. Okay, we're cruising, man. A fire type from Generation 4. Easy. Magmortar. I'm actually playing out of my mind. I'm not going to get 8, but I shouldn't have even gotten 4, much less 5. Hone. This is Gen 4. This is Gen 3. Can learn flamethrower in Generation 3. Maybe you've heard of a little Infernape. Maybe you've heard of a little Blaziken. It's insane. Now, evolved by friendship, I don't even know what it means. I actually have no clue. Like, I couldn't tell you, I think, a single Pokemon evolved by friendship. I'm going to take you're 3, you're 4. I'm going to take a Lark on this one, and I'm going to say that you're Smoochum. I honestly had no idea. Was that an okay guess? I think people are saying it's baby Pokemon. Smoochum is a baby Pokemon. I don't know which way Smoochum swings. It's not my business, quite frankly. You won't catch me pocket watching Encanto. I haven't seen Encanto at all, honestly. I have heard the songs. We don't talk about Bruno. Well, you sure do be singing about him a lot. Good guess. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Hang on, let me go see the game stats. Rosalia, 57. Lucario? How does people said it's baby Pokemon, bro? Lucario isn't a baby Pokemon. Riolu is the baby Pokemon. Oh, it's past tense. It's past tense? Oh, really? Yeah, okay. You're right. Evolved by friendship. But you can use it. I don't want to get into a linguistics exercise here. You can use evolved in, I guess probably if I clicked on it, it would have told me, right? But you can use it in two ways. You could say like it has evolved, past tense, or you could say can be evolved via, which is like fucking future perfect or something. I don't know grammar. That's what the icon is for? Of course. When I see gray circle, black heart, red circle, I know exactly what that means. This is why they had to put the fucking word stop on the stop sign. This shit was symbology, man. I don't know what the hell this means. It says when you click on the space. Okay, why don't you just marry Doku, okay? You guys can both get the tax benefits. This is, and Jay will tell you, this is what the world looked like in the year 2001. That's all. I don't know what movie it is, but this is what shit looked like in 2001. And inside of this building, they're cooking up something that is going to make probably 1.4 billion people suffer. I don't know what it is, but there's something nefarious happening in such a mundane building. Nothing good has ever happened in a business park, okay? You think that evil architecture is like a big glass tower. Ooh, Lex Luthor fucking lives there. 98% of the evil on earth is happening in offices that look like this, okay? Just a nondescript brick building, no restaurants in walking distance. Everyone's driving to Wendy's for lunch, okay? Then they go back to making poison. I know this guy. I know everybody here. Is this Blackberry, bro? Are you Jim Ball Silly? It's Blackberry. Look at that. That's Jim Ball Silly. What did I tell you? And then this guy's from Archive 81. I know this guy. That's Glenn Howerton. Actually, it's Glenn Howerton playing Jim Ball Silly, okay? Okay, yeah, it makes perfect sense. I see it. Makes perfect sense. I mean, if you don't get this one by number 4, you're not getting it at all. Let's just put it that way. Where the vampires hang out. Doom shirt. It is a We Shop Wednesday guy. Matt Johnson? Is that correct? Are they making, because BlackBerry was a relative success, aren't they making Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie now? Yes, they are. Oh, man, what a world. They should do a fucking We Shop Wednesday, but for Capcom DLC release day. I'm not going to sing it, but it's kind of percolating in my head. It's like to loop it back with the Dragon's Dogma fucking controversy. Don't worry, but that joke, it's better to have not made it. Normally I try to make it. That one is better to not try. Is it worth it to have 2 monitors? Yes. I am a 2-monitor believer. It is actually one of the... If you have a computer and you can afford a second monitor, it's one of the best upgrades I could possibly ask you. Now, me personally, I don't think you need 3. I don't know what you're doing. Maybe different work requires you to have 3. As a streamer, 2 is totally fine. I don't think you need a specific chat monitor. I just don't care about what you guys say that much. Like, I get the vibes, you know? I don't need to see it blown up in, like, size 72 font, just, like, assaulting my subconscious at all times. I like to keep a little bit of a filter up. But going from 1 to 2 is actually going to change your life. It's going to be like if you thought that like only vegetables exist and then you're eating like an orange for the first time. You're going to be like, I've lived in the dark ages for, you know, my entire life up to this point. You just want to say it's real hard to go back 2 to 1. Because you're like, I got full screen on this one. Would I put an OBS window as like a little tiny preview window in the corner and then a little chat window and then... Anyway, you get the idea. 2 monitors, in my opinion, is a must. Hey, Biohazard 020, thanks for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. Thank you. This tight end spent his career with the Steelers. His name is Heath Miller. That one, you got nothing to worry about. You think I don't know the 05 Steelers? Hines Ward, Troy Polamalu, Ben Gibbard, Jimmy Tamborello. They will see us waving from such great heights. Come down now. Hines Ward, also the only wide receiver in history to score a touchdown while a supervillain destroys the field behind him. No other wide receiver in NFL history has ever done that. Source, The Dark Knight Rises. After winning a Heisman, Charlie Ward played for this Eastern Conference NBA team for 10 years. Charlie Ward. How about that? I would say, me personally, there's probably no doubt that he played for the Washington... Every time. No, not this time. He probably played for the Orlando Magic. There you go. Anybody know? The New York Knicks. That's a famous one. Led by Juan Dixon and Chris Wilcox in 2002, this ACC school won its first and only national championship after defeating Indiana 64-52 in the title game. Duke. All right, I have no idea, quite frank. I don't know anything about college basketball. Maryland. That would have been probably my 37th guess. Born in 1948, this American author is known for books such as Hop on Pop and The Cat in the Hat Comes Back. That would be George R.R. Martin. Okay. That's Tom Scott, bro. So if that's Kirsten Dunst's face. That's a given. And that's fucking Tom Scott's head. I'm not trying to make a joke. That's Tom Scott, bro. Hang on, I'm covering. I'm not going to get this. The hair is throwing me for a loop. Like, it shouldn't be that. Is it Seth Meyers? Because I was like, it's kind of Ben Affleck hair, but a much narrower jaw and build. I got to go Seth Meyers on this one. It's the only thing that makes sense, but I thought Seth Meyers was kind of blonde. Oh, baby. That was Tom Scott, though. Am I wrong? Was anybody saying Tom Scott? I thought Walton Goggins. It's got a certain Goggins-esque look to it as well. I'm glad that I didn't think Walton Goggins because I would have anchored on it, I think. Alan Ruck. But I always see Alan Ruck with a little bit more like... A little more like a close crop, like, shh. I know what you're talking about. These individually wrapped milky hard candies come in orange and strawberry varieties. Creme sucras, creme savers. Yes, okay. Thank you, Candy Stand Golf on addictinggames.com for teaching me what the hell creme savers are. Or maybe I've seen them at the grocery store. I don't know. In the U.S. version of The Office, The show takes place in Scranton, Pennsylvania. Adam Sandler played the son of Satan. That movie's called Little Nicky. Popeye's Chicken is the shiznit. Featuring Quavo. What former One Direction member released the 2017 hit song Strip That Down? That would be Quavo and Harry Styles. That would be Quavo and Zayn Malik. No, it's Liam Payne. My mistake. Liam Payne. No, it's Niall Horton. It's actually Niall Horton. It's Lewis Tomlinson, I'm hearing. It's Lewis Tomlinson. Hey, Phased. Thanks for the gifted subscription. Thank you. Subscriptions, I should say. Can I say, by the way, I saw every once in a while I get fed something in my Twitter algorithm from Stan Twitter. I saw someone. Now, you don't even bat an eye these days. You're standing NMIX. You're standing G-Idol. You're standing Taylor Swift, Nicki Minaj, Camila Cabello, Ariana Grande, et cetera, et cetera. But I saw someone that was running an account where they stan One Direction. And it was like a blast from the past, bro. It was like going back 12 years in internet terms. I was like the food critic from Ratatouille taking a bite of that shit at the end of the movie. Like, it took me all the way back, man. Some people still out there, for them, the war never ended, man. Heartbreaking. 71-year-old Japanese soldier finally discharged from the military after they got his 97-year-old commanding officer to fly in and tell him that the war's been over for 50 years. They broke up, man. I'm not mad at you. I'm just saying. Anyway, moving on. Oh, connections. Austin, the Cold War ended. Finally, those capitalists will pay for their crimes, eh, comrades? We won. Ah, yay, capitalism. I know what you're talking about, Mike Myers. Flash, Clash, Top Hat, Monocle. Top Hat, Monocle, Cane. Something else. Shit that the Monopoly man is doing. Hang on. A tiff, a spat, a clash, and a scrap. These are fights. What? Okay. Jiffy, Jackie, zippy, winky. Slang words for a penis, spat, squat, scrap. Heartbeat. Top hat. Jiff. Jack. Jiff. Jiff. This is a weird one. Or is it? Tiff, Jiff, Top Hat, Monocle, Cane. That motherfucker's got to be winking, right? I can't afford to just throw another one out there. A spat, a scrap, a tiff, and a tangle. A clash and a tangle. Top hat, monocle, cane, wink. Think about it. Just think about it, man. It's so doable. Once you get one, we're so close, the rest of them are going to fall into place. Scrap can be refuse. It can also be to scuttle something. And it could also be to have a fight. Zip can mean what you do to a zipper. It could also mean zero. Zip, squat. I mean, that's those both an infinitesimal amount. Jack and scrap. Like there's so many that are three obvious ones today. They were cooking on Monday here. Got jack, shit, squat, zip, zilch, nada, jiff. We'll figure that shit out, man. I mean, love is if you have no score in tennis. Okay? Be patient. Work with it. Work with it. Heartbeat. That's all right. You can remind me tomorrow on that one. I'm busy. Rearrange top hat. You can make pot hat. Add can, win, spa, jiff, tiff, fla, tan, can, skirt, rap, mon, thrabbeat, beat, heartbeat, love, wink, tangle, zip, squat, jack, scrap. I knew it. It's impossible, bro. Brief moment, flash, heartbeat, jiff, wink, dispute, clash, scrap, tangle, tiff, jack, love, squat, zip. That was a really tough one today. I'm not mad at them. Accessories for Mr. Peanut. What the hell is spat, bro? Shoes. Honestly, I like this. I like this. This is the New York Times hidden back. They're not pulling some J. Cole stuff saying, sorry, our puzzles have been so tough. Fucking cat, dog, bird, fish, pets you have in your house. Mom, dad, spouse, best friend, people who love you. They said, fuck you. We're going to make it even harder. The beatings will continue until morale improves. I got nothing but respect for that. Hey, Rex Mechanica, thank you for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. Thank you. By the way, we need more. I'm sorry, let me pause this briefly. We need more diss tracks not in rap. Why does rap get a monopoly on disses, bro? How many diss tracks are there in rock and roll? Range Life by Pavement, The Freed Pig by Seba Doe, You Oughta Know by Alanis Morissette, Jolene, I guess, but we don't even know if Jolene's real. You're So Vain by Carly Simon. Cry Me a River by Justin Timberlake. Like, we're running out, man. We need more diss tracks in classical music. Entirety of Rumors? I don't think Rumors is diss tracks. I think Rumors is like it's a searing look at real human emotion. I don't know what song are they dissing? Are they dissing one another? I'm waiting. They're dissing each other? They're not dissing. What do you mean every single one? Nobody dissing anybody on secondhand news. They're just eating pussy outside. Literally Stevie and the drummer. Don't fucking condescend to me. I know the history of Rumors by Fleetwood Mac. Unlike most people here, that album didn't just pop into existence when that motherfucker was drinking ocean spray on his longboard, okay? I was rocking that shit back in high school. Not when it came out. That was like 30 years later, but still. I'm asking you for the lyrics, motherfucker, where they were dissing each other. It's not a diss track if just people hate each other, but they write awesome songs. That's called a fucking band, bro. You can go your own way. That's not a diss track. There's no diss in there where they say like, you know, hey Stevie, fucking fuck you and fuck your little fucking dog too. That's how disses worked in the 70s? How would you know, motherfucking 2004, baby? Go listen to No Vaseline by Ice Cube. He names every person who's ever wronged him, and some motherfuckers who just got caught in the crossfire. Basically says he's gonna fucking kill and eat them. Maybe he does some other stuff too that I'm not even gonna mention before the end. Then they're like, oh, best diss track of all time? Loving you isn't the right thing to do. Packing up, shacking up's all you wanna do. Ice Cube said he would fucking kill MC Ren, Eazy-E, and Dr. Dre. And give Jerry Heller, the producer, a fate worse than death. Another lonely day. Man, fuck you. So I'm kidding. They're knocking on the damn door. That's okay. Ice Cube also anti-Semitic. Wait till you hear what he says in No Vaseline. Those of us who were real OGs, it's already been known. Anyway. Yeah, I'm ready to continue, I suppose. Black Ops, Call of Duty, Pirates Booty, Gold, New Delhi. Okay, we got something wrong here. I'm going to say loot. Moon. What's been fully eclipsed? The sun. I'm sorry. I mean, if I want to, people are talking smack about my like 22-second minis. They're saying, oh, I solved it in 20 seconds. So I got to stop reading the shit out loud because it's slowing me down, honestly, and it's debuffing me. I did it in 18 seconds. Yeah, well, some of us can't afford the mouth tape, okay? I didn't even talk about the perineum sunning. $48 hot dogs. I'm going to say this is $11.99. That's fucked up. That is fucked up, dude. They're like cheaper than a quarter each. $7.99? Okay, $8.49. That's fucking insane, bro. They're cheap? Yeah, I know, but this is like almost troublingly cheap. It's not 48 dogs? It isn't? It's 4 times 12 ounces? It's 48 ounces. It's 4 12-ounce dogs? It's not 4 12-ounce hot dogs, motherfucker. That's insane. It's like a fucking 2/3 of a pound hot dog. You fucking Thanos, Galactus. It is? What are you talking? No, it's not. It is not a 12-ounce hot dog. Listen, I'm not gonna. It's the imperial system. Like it can trip anybody up. I'm just saying. Holy cow! It's 4 packs of 12 ounces. So it's probably a 24 pack. I bet it's a half dozen. Each one is 2 ounces. That makes sense. I think it's 30. That shit don't even go in evenly, man. It's 7 dogs per pack. Okay, Satan. You should go work for Oscar Mayer, bro. It actually is 7 dogs per pack. What the fuck is up with that? They don't sell buns at multiples of 7. What's the lowest common denominator for that shit, man? They sell buns in the dozen. You gotta buy fucking 84 buns? That's insane. I guess you could go double fucking dog on one bun, and then maybe it comes out in the wash, but still. I like the dogs without the buns sometimes. I mean, I guess you could do something with it, but like nothing highlights. When I'm eating a hot dog, I'm like, yes, it's a hot dog. When I'm eating just the dog itself, no bun, it becomes very clear very quickly why they serve those motherfuckers in buns. Because the meat is not very good. And you know what's crazy is the bun, it tends to not be very good either. But together, they definitely become more than the sum of their parts. So I don't condescend to me. I eat the bun without the dog. I eat the dog without the bun. Nah, man. Nah. Better together, in my opinion. Fuck it. United States of America. 5,000 kilometers away. El Salvador. Okay. Yep. South Korea. Holy cow. Still closer to the U.S., huh? Norway. Okay, 600 kilometers from Norway. Faroe Islands. I honestly thought that was its own independent state. I'm going to say Scotland. Did you mean Iceland? As a large language module, I'm not capable of fucking coming up with the most reasonable... No, I meant Scotland, bro. If anything, you should say, did I mean United Kingdom? But, like, let's not even get into that. You know what? Maybe I did mean the Netherlands. It seems like a pretty good guess. Oh, never mind. Estonia. Lithuania. Latvia. There we go. Scotland is a country, but it's not independent. Honestly, I'm sorry to tell this to the United Kingdom. We've moved past it. It is if it's a country, it's independent. The rest of the world is tired of playing by your rules. There was a time when we had to. We had no other choice. You basically defined the rules, and we just sort of played along. Now, we've progressed past the need for that. You can modernize and get with the times. Better get out of the new one if you can't lend a hand, 'cause the times they are a-changing. Tell that to the United States, or as I call them, the fucking divided states inside the twisted mind of Alex Garland. I kind of want to see Civil War, but I can't admit it because everyone's clowning on it. They don't want to hear me say it's got a 93% on Rotten Tomatoes and the director's got a really good track record. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear. They just want me to make a... I watched Devs and he really lost it on episode 12, season 4. Yeah, so +2, fave +2. Listen to my podcast. Man, fuck you. Devs only had 1 season? Listen, motherfucker. I didn't know that. Who are you talking to? It really is like mostly myself. But like, I think that's okay. I don't think it's actually like that troubling to talk to yourself. It's like Tom Waits said, you know, well, as long as I can be with me, we get along so well, I can't even believe it. That's a little Nighthawks at the Diner cut for you. A lot of people only know like Rain Dogs, maybe Bone Machine. That one's from Nighthawks at the Diner. How often do you respond to chatters' messages? several times an hour. But honestly, like, I'm just telling you this, better to pull the Band-Aid off. If the message is something like, what's your favorite sandwich? I mean, you're in the, do you know in Mad Max, Fury Road, when there's the rabble and they're all like scratching each other and shit when Immortan Joe turns the tap on? That's what's going on right there. You need to hit me with like a Furiosa type question if you want to have an expectation that it will likely be read. Otherwise, it's just, I mean, you're playing the lottery. If I read every question, we would never get anywhere because no disrespect, the chatters will tell you. The only person who hates chatters more than the streamer is the other chatters. It'd be like we'd never get anywhere. The questions are just cooked, man. Hey, have you fucking seen Kong X Godzilla New Empire yet? No, I have. What do you want me? You want me to do 15 minutes? I'm never gonna see it. I'm not knocking. I'm just never gonna see it. Okay, it's not gonna happen. I sometimes ask really good questions and get buried. It's as your non-parasocial friend, I'm just gonna say it. I see like a lot of stuff in the chat. I don't think the question's that good. Just because you want to know it doesn't mean it's a good question. Like, it's more a good question if I want to answer it. It's crazy to me, and I'm not trying to be derogatory towards anyone's job or anything. It's crazy to me that there's like a whole press cycle in both sports and movies that we expect athletes and actors and actresses to do. They're like, well, that's part of the rub of being an athlete. You get paid millions of dollars, but then you have to answer the hard questions, before your match. And then like the hard question is like, hey, we're just curious, what'd you eat for lunch today? A fucking chicken and rice? Chicken and rice, huh? Oh, wow. Chicken and rice. Fucking Naomi Osaka's pregame meal. You won't believe what it fucking is. I was vacationing at the Australian Open with my husband. And chicken and fucking rice. Paragraph 8. Hey, so what did you do to prepare for your role as fucking Fade Rauta in Dune Part 2? Who fucking cares, bro? They made the movie. Go watch the movie. It's there. You can see it now. Journalists are annoying but necessary. I'm not talking about fucking damn rather, bitch. I'm talking about AOL Blast, okay? It's two different situations. Anyway. Hungary. When I meant to say Bulgaria. Oh! What can I say? I knew it was because it's actually crazy because in my head, Hungary and Bulgaria are like adjacent, which they're not, and have the same shape, which I don't think they do. I'm pretty sure Hungary's kind of like, compared to the size geographically of Bulgaria, I think Hungary's kind of like diminutive. Isn't Hungary is kind of like if you doubled Austria and flipped it and gave it to the next guy. Oh, you're right. It's because they do have the flags are like rearranged versions of the same color. Maybe that is it. You get the piss shivers? Now, see, that's a good question. Yes, sometimes. I don't know why I'm getting hit with Haas. I don't know what good goes on in here. I know what happens to my thoughts. But I don't know, like, in terms of the meat and machinery of my brain, how would I know? What causes a piss shiver? You know, there's like a trillion fucking microorganisms and neurotransmitters and like biological processes we haven't even begun to understand. What the fuck is a piss shiver? It's like you piss and it makes you shiver a little bit. It happens. It's literally, no offense, you need to go back to grammar school. Piss shiver is a sentence that needs no explanation. It speaks for itself. In 2 words, it describes exactly what's happening. Seems like a dude thing. You got me. Sorry. What am I supposed to say? I don't know. I'm sorry if women don't get piss shivers. It'd actually be like more convenient for you because you're sitting down to go pee. If anything, it's hard to be a man and get a piss shiver because you got to lock the fuck in. Otherwise, you're going to spray that shit all over your damn bathroom. Okay, July 20th, 1984. Not to mention the 1 in 100 Ps where you piss and it just goes like fucking split tears in Isaac mode. I don't even want to, or you piss and there's like no rifling. So the fucking range is cooked and then like 3 seconds into the piss, the rifling starts and then you got to like reposition yourself. I don't know what's going on there, man. Must hurt to be the guy who said, "What's wrong with your dick?" And then there's like 1,000 plus twos. What's wrong with your dick, motherfucker? Well, your piss is the same every time? Where's the fun in that? Columbia Pictures, 7 weeks, 13% drop. I mean, this is a blockbuster, bro. It's a blockbuster starring Bill Murray from 1984. There's no choice. It has to be Ghostbusters 1. The legs are out of control. Let's move on. 7,872,000 in week 1. That's tough. Starring Dudley Moore. This is a movie called Arthur. There's no shot I'm going to know what this shit is unless it's like Dr. Dolittle. Unfortunately, they're both on our side. Wiley is a lazy engineer. Landry is a sergeant specializing in armor. They've never met, but their lives become entangled when Landry must take the tank Wiley designed into combat. I have no idea. With God as my witness, I've never heard of it. Best Defense. I swear to you. Kind of a sick poster. I'll give you that. It does not look like an AI-generated poster. What is this Looney Tunes shit? Best Defense. Okay, Warner Brothers, $100 million. Kind of got its lunch ate by Ghostbusters, but still chugging along, starring Zach Galligan. Phoebe Cates. Okay, so it's Fast Times at Ridgemont High. At first I was like, who? Never mind. It's cute, clever, mischievous, intelligent, dangerous. Could this possibly be Gremlins? The movie known as... It is Gremlins, okay. When Billy Peltzer is given a strange but adorable pet named Gizmo. Good week so far. I mean, dude, Gremlins and Ghostbusters came out the same weekend in 1984. No wonder Gen Xers and Boomers can't fucking let the 80s go, man. No wonder we're on season 28 of Stranger Things. When was the last time we got 2 amazing movies that came out? Well, amazing might be a stretch, but 2, well, you know what? Actually, last year was pretty good for movies. Never mind. Barbenheimer? That's a good point. That's a scary thought that people like 20 years or 40 years from now will be like, bro, Barbie and Oppenheimer came out in the same weekend. They don't make it like 2023 anymore. Nowadays, all we got is Transformers and fucking, you get the idea. $4 million. This one's going to be tough. Noah Hathaway and Barrett Oliver. A boy who needs a friend finds a world that needs a hero in a land beyond imagination. It's the never-ending story. Na. One thing that has fucked with my head is thinking that I had watched the never-ending story 1,000 times as a kid, and then growing up and realizing that actually I watched the never-ending story 2, which has like a 1% on Rotten Tomatoes, and everybody agrees is total dog shit. But I thought it was the first one as a kid, and I watched it like 1 billion times. And then realizing that I think that's where like my fucking weird trauma in the Super Mario Brothers movie with like depersonalization comes from, because in the Never-Ending Story 2, it's like every time Sebastian can make wishes in order to exercise his power, but every time he makes a wish, he loses a memory. And then like near the end of the movie, he uses his last memory of like his dad to bring Atreyu back to life or something like that. I was fucking watching that shit front to back, rewind, front to back, rewind, front to back, rewind, like 8 times a day when I was 6 years old, man. They weren't fucking around back then. Columbia Pictures, starring Ralph Macchio. Could be Karate Kid 1. 84 sounds about right. Week 5, 35 million. I mean, this is like Dan's fucking week at the multiplex, man. Ghostbusters, Gremlins, and the Karate Kid with the never-ending story. What's next? Back to the Future and Rise of the Skywalker coming out in the same week? I'm joking. I'm joking. Don't forget about Best Defense. Oh, man. Best Defense. Hang on, I got to check something. RT Best Defense. 13% Rotten Tomatoes. About Metacritic, Best Defense. 29% on Metacritic is not so bad. Number 1 review. It really isn't easy to make a movie as mind-bendingly bad as Best Defense. Okay, never mind. Seems like the critics did not like it. Spaceman, the one with the alien... The dude's in outer space and he's going insane and the alien starts to talk to him. But is the alien real? We don't know. Yeah, the Adam Sandler one. I enjoyed it. It's fucking out, bro. Was it good? It's on Netflix. Can I get a quick Rotten Tomatoes check on it? .7 on IMDb, 50% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's fine. That's fine. I don't want to talk about it. I'm sure they worked hard. Mike Myers. Oh, yeah, he's in Bohemian Rhapsody. I haven't seen him, but I believe I've heard about that. Okay, so we're trying to... I mean, Adam Sandler, Mike Myers... I mean, like, that should be a lock, bro. You should go Mike Myers. He's not in Funny People, but he is in Amsterdam. They put this in everything. Frank's Red Hot Sauce. We're Mike Myers guys. Of course we do cameos because our reputation precedes us and we can't get starring work anymore. Wasn't Mike Myers the guy where the dude on Reddit was like, when I got a job working security on the movie set, they said, never look Mr. Myers in the eyes. And then like one day he did and said, good afternoon. And Mike Myers had him fired on the spot. That's crazy, bro. On the other hand, he did voice Shrek. Let me take a look here. No. Scrolling is not allowed, okay? We're trying to get to Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler's an easy connect via funny people. So for Mike Myers, I simply refuse to believe that we can't get like Shrek, Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy must have done... Okay, hang on. Eddie Murphy, The Adventures of Pluto Nash. Rosario Dawson. Clerks 2. Kevin Smith or Jason Mewes. Zach and Miri Make a Porno. Seth Rogen, Funny People, Adam Sandler, Spaceman. Shrek. You know what? I'll use Donkey's Christmas Shrektacular on this one. We'll go Eddie Murphy, The Adventures of Pluto Nash, Rosario Dawson, Clerks 2. Sorry, I forgot it takes itself seriously. We're going to find Kevin Smith. You know what? I don't know if Kevin Smith is in Zach and Miri, but I do know that Jason Mewes is. Obviously, he directed it. Seth Rogen, Funny People. Adam Sandler, Spaceman. I'll live with that. It's not too bad. Tom Hollander. He's a real guy. Normally, I get mad at the two-piece, but Tom Hollander is a real guy. I don't know who he is, but he's a real guy. This is not like a cameo role. He's been in some stuff. He's in Pirates. Is he the guy from the GIF with the... He's got the admiral's hat on and he's walking while like the ship erupts around him? That's him? I knew it. Second evolution, Tom Holland evolves via friendship. 2x Tom running a sale on 3x Hollands right now. Who cares? Oh, it's Dota, bro. Am I insane? Is this not like, or this is Teamfight Tactics? This shit is a 79? It took over the world, bro. 79? What do you do? You know what? Mad 'cause bad. It's kind of ass right now. You know they reviewed this shit in like 2017 or something like that. It's like a shittier version of auto chess. What is this? Wait, this has got to be a rhetorical technique, aka a logical fallacy. But what do you call it? I guess you call it cope. When the Dota heads are like, League, basically a worse version of Dota. TFT, basically a worse version of auto chess. And you're like, yeah, well, why is it like 38 times more popular? My position has been that they're both essentially a cognitive form of poison. So like, why are you getting, you're splitting hairs over things that are 98.2% similar instead of like the 1.8% different, bro? You wouldn't catch me playing either at this point in my life. Higher skill floor and ceiling. God did not put you on this earth for you to type that shit in my chat, okay? I'm just messing with you. Ooh, I went in too hard. Sorry, we're walking it back. I'm reining it in, as Bradley Cooper said. Hey, I met a motherfucker this weekend that sounded just like Bradley Cooper pretending to be Leonard Bernstein, which was crazy to me. I thought that was like a one-of-one voice that Bradley Cooper invented. But he was talking to his kid because it was at like a class, and he was doing like, I'm talking in my soft, like sort of North Atlantic British accent, but actually I live in California now. And then he would do, how was your class? Like I didn't know, I don't also know where Leonard Bernstein is from. He's like American, British, Hungarian. Maybe he just saw the movie. Chaotic British. He's Bulgarian. Tsushima. Rise of the Ronin. Came out about a week ago. Fucking Asura's Wrath. Wrath. Doesn't exist, okay? Neo the Second. Oh! Final Fantasy. This fucking Crisis Core, bro. Is fucking Dirge of Cerberus. I mean, listen, I gotta try the new one, right? Final Fantasy 7 Remake. Rebirth. There you go. Weren't you sponsored to play this? Yeah. They didn't say here's a picture of the cover. They said, please take advantage of the fact that when you're using two party members and you switch between them, there's a unique synergy mechanic, just like there's a synergy between you and your co-commentator. You know what's crazy? And I mean this with genuine respect. Like in Hollywood, when they remake a movie, they're like, we're remaking Ben-Hur. What should we call it? Ben-Hur. We're remaking Total Recall. What should we call it? Total Recall. Let's call it fucking remaking RoboCop. Let's call it RoboCop. Square Enix said nuts on the table. Our new game, our $700 million production budget game, Final Fantasy VII Remake. Take it or leave it, bitch. We're not tricking anybody. Then the second one, they were like, are we going to call it Final Fantasy VII Remake 2? They said, nah. Let's call it Rebirth. What's the next one going to be called? Fucking Repentance? Anyway, you get the idea. It's an Isaac joke. Just a little Isaac joke for you. It's fucking No Man's Sky, bro. It's The Outer Worlds. No, it's that game. The one where you're in outer space. Astroneer. Yes! I knew it. That motherfucker was stuffed to the brim with triangles. Easiest guess of my life. Play it again. You've been here a long time, the Dark Lord Triple O. Could go for some chicken strips right now. You ever eat at Triple O's? It's kind of like a fast food version. I digress. Triple O is the place that served that lady at the Vancouver Canucks game 7 French fries for like $10 or 10 French fries for $7. It was bad either way, okay? There is no going back, though. There's only going forward. And maybe sometimes with some nostalgia, we'll go back, but we're going back in a forward direction. Math Blaster. It's going to start with a G. Probably going to be Gotham Knights. Earlier than 2022. Okay? PUBG Battlegrounds. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Between 2017 and 2022, and it may be a strategy game, perhaps by the name of Rimworld. Okay? It's a Unity game with isometric and bird view. Okay, I don't want to talk about it. It's Planet Zoo. Okay? It's earlier than 2019. It's a 2018 Andy. That's not just on the PC. Made in Unity, it has isometric and bird view, and it also has some multiplayer capacity. It's not a shooter. It's probably a simulator or a strategy game. I'm getting something here. An indie strategy game you could play with friends. I'm thinking like, is it a wave-based shooter? There's no action though. There's no action. Y'all? Okay, just give me a second here. Hades. I really thought that could be it. Like it's a single player only. It's isometric. It must be a fantasy or a drama. It could be an action RPG or an MMO then. How old is Path of Exile? It's 100 years old, right? Yeah, it's 100 years old. It's a fantasy, role-playing, top-down fucking Andy from 2018. Can I have a one-time clue? Gwent, the Witcher card game. Okay, I don't know if they lied to me, but I was barking up the wrong tree. It did start with a G, you're not wrong. I personally would not call it isometric bird view. You do sort of like, you move through a map in between the card games. Card and board game would have helped me out a lot, but it's a flyer. I'm not mad though, we got there. This one's pure multiplayer. Excuse me, it had a single player. Oh, you're right, I'm thinking of Thronebreaker. This one might be pure multiplayer. Whatever, we got it. You guys are mad. I don't know why you're mad. Probably because I'm styling on you. Rotten Tomatoes, 2-word horror from the year 2000. The Haunting. A silly slasher movie, minus the slasher. Final Destination. I'm fucking cracked. Movie where lots of teenagers die, but there's no actual killer. There's no other guess, bro. It must be Final Destination. Cereal, but with no milk? Exactly. Yankee with no brim. He got the Denver Nuggets jeans. This one's tough for me. Because I always get Cate Blanchett confused with Tilda Swinton. Robert Downey Jr., one-word title. Doolittle or Chaplin. 3 or more word title. Probably go Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Released 2005 to 2015. The Judge. Unless you want to go straight up with like, there's 7 Marvel movies from that period. Okay, well, let's send it. I think you go Chaplin over Doolittle because most of the people playing this were probably not alive when Chaplin came out. 3 or more word title. Okay, 2005 to 2015. Tropic Thunder, all the Iron Mans, half of the Avengers, and Captain America stuff. But me personally, I go The Judge on this one. 3 or more word title, Robert Downey Jr. I might be insane, but I think that Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, it's like the Nice Guys of its era. Everyone's going to be like tripping over this. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, you got to put kids. So what we do is that's where we swerve. And we put Avengers Age of Ultron. I'm happy with that. I'm telling you, you are going to see that number one is going to be Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, and I'm going to be vindicated. What about the movie that he's in with Zach Galifianakis? Due Date? Due Date would be a good one here as well, I'll admit. Okay, Kate Blanchett, one-word title. Let me think about this one. There's lots of good options. Kate Blanchett, 05 to 2015. That's easy. We go Babel. Or is that Tilda Swinton, motherfucker? Son of a bitch! 3 or more word title. Benjamin. Curious Case of. Okay, let's go Jesse Eisenberg. 3 or more word title. The Art of Self-Defense. Jesse Eisenberg, 05 to 2015. Social Network, Adventureland, Squid and the Whale. He's been in some stuff. I mean, one-word title, Jesse Eisenberg. I mean, I guess you could also go Batman versus Superman, like Dawn of Justice or something like that. But Jesse Eisenberg. Interesting. I like Jesse Eisenberg. I think. I don't know. I haven't seen everything he's done. I'm going to say, I mean, one-word title, Adventureland, kind of pisses me off. '05 to 2015. It's tough for me because Squid and the Whale is going to be big here. Is it possible that maybe... No, I don't buy it. Give me the Squid and the Whale is 05. I'll take it. People are going to play Batman for that. Yes! The end of the tour. The end of the tour. That would have been a good one. Jason Segel, Jesse Eisenberg, David Foster Wallace, Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Kate Blanchett is in Carol. Kate Blanchett is in Tar. Tar is going to suck up all the Carol here. '05 to 2015. I'm going nuts on the table for Babel. Nuts on the Babel! I knew it. Top 12%. Okay, so it turns out Kiss Kiss Bang Bang is a little bit less well-known than Avengers Infinity War, but I'm telling you it's close. It's close, bro. I forgot about Zombieland, but it worked for the best. I forgot that Zombieland, that's one word. How do you make a grilled cheese sandwich not be filling? It always feels like it's too much. I hate to say this, but it's like skill difference. Grilled cheese sandwich, a potentially filling sandwich, but not as filling as a lot of sandwiches out there. I need 3? Okay, let's not go fucking insane. You're going to like cause someone out there to suffer physical harm as a result. That's crazy talk. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang was 15.5. Oh! So you're telling me the Age of Ultron less famous than Kiss Kiss Bang Bang? Is there anything I can help you find in there? It's all right. It's okay if my headband falls into Tomo's water dish. It's not like it's elastically held to my forehead for 120 minutes every morning when my skin's at its most vulnerable. To be honest, there's not. It can't do any more damage to my forehead skin than like my own sweat does. So I guess I can't be too upset. Use a sweatband? Yeah, we're fucking hoofing it. We're hoofing it, bro. I'm sweating.
People like the background?
They love it.
Let me just fix the little... What did they say?
They said it looks floral. They said love the background. Looks stunning. Very gorgeous. Loving every minute of it. Fantastic.
I get it. It's okay.
I'm just reading what they're writing. Oh, hello.
Trying to see, maybe if I put it right here, they can see.
Yeah, I do have a big head. Oh, still invisible. Visible. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
You're like the eclipse. You're the moon, and then the background is the sun. Has anyone seen the eclipse today?
They said it started in Mexico.
Hey, hope you enjoy it. 'Cause we ain't getting one.
Apparently, Chad told me there's going to be a good one in Vancouver in 2048 or 2046.
That's not that far.
Still be kicking. Finally, it's a good reason to eat right. Me, after 24 years of cardiovascular exercise, eating right, and not making decisions that are bad for my health. What the fuck? It was like 4 seconds long. Oh, man. That wasn't worth it at all. I should have been doing drugs. I should have been doing drugs, man. Anyway, spell check. Holy cow, it's almost 11, man. I've been fucking lazy today. There won't be another one here till 2116. Sag. Is that what we're doing now? We're sagging because I'm going to have an eclipse in 24 years and you're going to have one in fucking 92 years. Like, I'm doing everything I can to suggest that you don't have a victim complex. It's kind of sad. No, it's not sad. Like, it just is a fact. I don't know what to say. I'm not poo-pooing the eclipse. I think it's cool that it brings people together. And it's a once-in-a-lifetime event that happens 2 times a decade. I think it's cool. But, like, let's not get in, oh, yours is happening in 2116. Well, I live in fucking Slovenia. Slovenia is not getting an eclipse until 2241. We're all going to be fucking dead by then. Let's not, pocket watch. I'm hoping I'm still going to be around in 2048. You never know. Probably. Odds are I'll still be here, but you never know. Hi, Tomo. Stop. What do you mean? You guys are weak. You never consider your own mortality? You should try it. It puts your life into perspective, man. When you're like, what do I want to have for lunch today? Okay, first thing we have to establish fundamentally, I will die someday. Okay, so with that out there, with that on the table, how should I structure my life in such a way that I get as much out of it as possible? Fucking 1 McDouble, no fries, no drink. It's that easy, bitch. 3 grilled cheeses, exactly.
Vinegar. A noun meaning a sour liquid obtained by
Fish
fermentation.
and chips and sussy vinegar.
A adjective meaning being one of 2 or more distinct individuals having.
I gotta give him some credit. She's got hops, bro, because each is a very hard word to describe. If my daughter said, what does each mean? I would be like, I don't know how to explain it. It just is.
Dinner. A noun meaning the principal meal of.
That one I could probably do.
Wildcat. A noun meaning an
Hello,
old.
wildcats.
Yearn. A verb meaning.
So far, so good.
Solicit. A verb meaning to make petition. Prolix. A adjective meaning unduly prolonged or drawn out. Too long. This word originated from Middle English, influenced by both Anglo-French and Latin. Prolix.
Fuck. With an I? Prolix? With an I? Maybe the person who does it is prolex. Hey, you, don't walk on my keyboard. You're starting to think you own the damn place. I don't even own the damn. Technically, it's not true. I own it as a result of a loan from the bank. I'm not gonna, try to mislead you and tell you the bank owns it. The bank doesn't own it. You don't understand how mortgage law works. But either way.
Slobbery. A noun meaning saliva drooled from the mouth.
Slobbery.
Basically. A adverb,
Okay.
meaning at a basic level. In wisdom. A noun meaning ability to
I don't respect when an RPG has an int and a wisdom stat. That's all I'm going to say about that. I don't want to elaborate. I refuse to elaborate.
Corsair. A noun meaning pirate.
The company that owns Logitech. That owns Elgato. Logitech owns Elgato. I don't know what the fuck Corsair is now that I think about it.
Proctors. A noun meaning someone who.
Procter's Gambles? Sure, I hope they do.
Proscenium. A noun meaning the stage of an ancient Greek or Roman theater. Proscenion is from Latin and Greek, meaning front of stage or dramatic background. Proscenium. A noun meaning the stage.
Okay, nailed it. Oh, I bet it's with an E, because it's like E-U-M.
Habiliments. A noun meaning characteristic apparatus.
I use that word every day.
Pruritus. A noun meaning itch. Derived from the Latin word prurire. Pruritus. A noun.
What? Pruritus. Oh. Pruritus. Proscenium. Okay, fair enough. That was a hard one. That was a hard one today. If you think wisdom and intelligence are two different things, hand out with some DS students for a day. Okay, Alpha Gandalf. You typed the word wrong first. What is a DS student? Oh, I bet it's an HS student. I bet it's a high school student. I definitely agree. Intelligence and wisdom are two different things. You probably reach peak intelligence when you're like 19 or 20 years old. Like, you can't stop your brain from doing math. If you were just walking, you know how like when you're outside, you can't not read? Like, if you see a sign, you don't have to be like, I'm going to read that. Your brain is like, boom, motherfucker. All countries' flags available here. It's that easy. At age 20, my brain was like that for math, at least arithmetic. If someone walking down the street was talking on the phone and they were like, hey, what's 14 times 21? I would have fucking knocked that shit out of my head involuntarily. Now, it's like a seventh seal negotiation chess match that I got to get into with my brain. I'm like, hey, brain, I'm floating you something. 14 times 21, I know you know how to do it. And it's like, how important is it to you? And I'm like, I'll fucking eat some cookies after. They'll give you some sugar after this if you do it. And it's like, if I really committed to myself, I would have already finished it by now. But now it's too late. I could have just, and then I'm like, okay, well, never mind, man. But also, when I was 20, I wasn't making the same caliber of decisions I'm making at 35 for sure. Intelligence is like the processing power of your brain, and wisdom is like the intelligence of the user that's holding the fucking mouse. You could have the Large Hadron Collider, but if you got like a 12-year-old man in the console, you're probably not going to get too many amazing findings. But you sit someone with a gray fucking long-ass Alan Moore build in front of a Pentium 2, they could send you to fucking the moon and bring you back. Know what I'm saying? Texas toast style bread, protein. What the fuck is this, man? Sussy sandwich? What? I'm sorry, you killed me. It's a description of protein, chicken, seafood, tripe, and or mushroom. Vegetables, bamboo shoots, carrots, peas, and or corn. What the hell is this, man? They have Texas toast outside of the United States. Maybe it is the United States. I don't know what the fuck this is, man. Ice cold? China? Warm. This is a crazy guess. I was going to say Australia. That doesn't make any fucking sense. It's got to be Japan, bro. Australia? No. Indonesia? Cool. Where are we going, bro? Where are we dropping? Fucking Vietnam? Coffin bread? Coffin bread is a Taiwanese dish. It's a popular street food made by hollowing out a thick slice of white bread and filling it with seafood, chicken, or vegetables. It's then deep fried until crispy and served with creamy sauce on top. This is the lowest amount of points that I got from a single guess, but holy cow, coffin bread, man. Sounds good. I gotta be honest, I'm very polite when I play this game mostly. Maybe I would try the coffin bread, but I'm definitely not ordering a full order myself. I need somebody to order it first and then give me a square. And then maybe if it's good, I would I would order some myself. I think I'm a sussy sandwich, bro. That's a sussy sandwich as far as I'm concerned. Actually, worst photo of all time. POV, you are 1 microsecond away from passing out into your soup. You are traveling at 70 kilometers an hour towards the world's largest soup. Steak, kidneys. Okay. Ireland. Skirts and kidneys, of course. Pairs nicely with coffin bread. Skirts and kidneys are a reminder of a time when every part of an animal was used for food. It might not be to everyone's taste, but it remains a part of the country's culinary heritage. Okay. Can't disrespect that, I suppose. This is an even worse photo. What is this? What am I looking at? What in the PlayStation 3 JPEG dinner is this? What the fuck is this, bro? Is a damn Kabuto? Is a giant isopod in my soup? Waiter? Garçon? I think this was meant for H.P. Lovecraft's table. Beef tendons, peanuts, rice, annatto seeds, ginger, garlic, onions. Okay, when you see ginger, garlic, onions, soy sauce, if your ass isn't going to Japan, I don't know what to tell you. That's cool. Okay, my mistake. That's cool. Star anise. How about Thailand? Warmer. How about Malaysia? How about China? How about Taiwan? To go with the coffin bread. Bao bakua. Okay. I'll just be honest. I got my ass beat today. It's a popular comfort food. Fair enough. Littlefoot's foot. FoodGuessr got hands today. They took it personally. I even lost to the average. I don't even want to talk about it. If I had to eat one of those, what am I eating? I'm sorry. Probably the bao bakua, I suppose. No disrespect to Ireland. We've already talked about the coffin bread, but I don't really want to eat pig kidneys. I'm not a big organ meat kind of guy. Coffin bread, 100%. I don't know, man. The coffin bread. That's a little too much for me. Okay, it's easy, bro. Paul Bettany and Alfred Molina. Very simple film known as Spider-Man 2. Alfred Molina would have higher billing in Spider-Man 2. This could be Frida. No, Ian McKellen, Paul Bettany, Alfred Molina. X-Men, The Last Stand. Jean Reno, Ian McKellen, Paul Bettany, and Alfred Molina. It's like they're making the Avengers of actors who are from different European countries. Except probably Ian McKellen and Paul Bettany, now that I think about it, probably from the same country. Leon the Professional. They called me a madman. Wimbledon. A Beautiful Mind? Audrey, oh, it's fucking Amelie. I'm actually dumb. It is the European Avengers. No, it's not. It's fucking the Da Vinci fucking Code, bro. The Da Vinci Code. Yep. Tom Hanks as Robert Langdon. I saw this shit in theaters, man. If you were not, like, sentient in 2005, you don't know the stranglehold that the Da Vinci Code had on the culture. It seems to have had no lasting legacy whatsoever. But in 2005, it was fucking everywhere, bro. They made like 6 Da Vinci Code movies. I saw that shit in theaters. I hadn't even read the book. That's how I was 17. What was I doing seeing the Da Vinci Code in theaters, bro? Waiting for Dune. So true. I didn't know it yet, but... Because you're everywhere to me. So true. When I shut my worm, it's you. I tried to download it from LimeWire. When I opened it, it was just some German porno. That was back in the day when malware was funny. You'd be like, hey, Dave Matthews Band, I did it, fucking DivX. You're like, oh, that's weird. I thought it would be like an MP3 or something. Then you open it up and just see someone getting their shit turned inside out. You'd be like, ah! I'm not going to delete it. I already spent the bandwidth on it. Nowadays, you know, someone on Discord is like, hey, send me your banking information. I needed to verify that you're actually a real Nitro subscriber. Then you send it to them and they steal all your money. They don't even like fucking send 10 pizzas to your house or something like that. They just rob you